Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back for a showcasing for you guys tonight. This is what I'm going to call the Babes collection, and I do hope that you will enjoy. So getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be some of the Ghost Girls. You guys know how I love these. We got Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. These are first edition secret rares from Cross Souls. Next we have some Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. These are secret rare first editions from Dark Neostorm, I believe was the set. Forgive me if I mess up some of these abbreviations. Next is going to be Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. These are first edition secrets from Flood. We have a few more here, and then we're going to go right into, what was it, Maximum Crisis for Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring. Have 4 copies there, and a couple more copies here. These are first edition secrets, of course. You always have to go first edition secret on these collector's cards. And then next we have Ghost Mourner and Moonlight Chill. Really like the name on these ones. From Eternity Code, I believe that was. A couple more copies here. And then we're going to get into my favorite artwork of the Ghost Girls, which is going to be Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Highly anticipating that Ultimate Rare in OTS 20. Really love the purple pop shine in these. And somewhere in these, of course, these are all first edition secrets from Shining Victories, the original core set. I believe that dawned in 2016. And somewhere in here are some, well, here's a Deutsch one. So here's a European Deutsch German, and then these are European Italiano, which look pretty cool. And I have a couple more here. And then the rest of these are English prints. So English, Italiano, and 1 Deutsch. Alright, next is going to be some B-Cops. Now, I'm fully aware that we have collector's rares. I don't really like collector's rare. I'm not a big fan of collector's rare myself personally, so I just wrangled up a couple of the original first editions from Dual Power. And, you know, they're really not worth much of anything, but who knows, in a couple years. I know the collector's rares are pretty decent priced, but I just have the ultras for now. Next is going to be Tour Guide. So this is a really significant card for me. I actually have a Tour Guide tattoo, so I'm a total fanboy of Tour Guide. She's a total baddie, and these are original first edition secrets from Extreme Victory. And then we're going to move into Tour Bus from the Underworld, first edition secrets, original prints from Order of Chaos. Really, really fantastic artwork. I love like the Zombie Soul mountain here in the background. I have a lot of these. Actually, like the rest of this stack here is all original print first editions. One thing that's cool is I think this is a European print. You can kind of see, it might be kind of hard to see in the detail of this camera. But the hollow foiling is darker in this one, so I think it might be a Euro print. I'm not really sure. But again, these are all original first edition secret from Order of Chaos. So fantastic artwork. Not really a good card, but really, really great artwork. So I'm just going to stash those over there. And we're going to move into one of the only pendulum cards I like. I'm not a big fan of pendulum cards, but Archfiend Eccentric is going to be next. This is really, really cool blending colors, and just an all-around great card in general. And it kind of has like that like Toon World kind of looking artwork, kind of silly, but really, really cool. And I like it a lot. Of course, these are original first edition secrets from Core, which I believe was Clash Rebellions, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have some Gravekeeper's Love, Gravekeeper's Priestess. These are the original first edition super rares from Absolute Power Force. Now, there was a Speed Duel tournament pack super rare hollow foil that was produced not too long ago. But these are older. Now, granted, the other ones are tournament pack, but it is Speed Duels, and Speed Duels is significantly newer compared to the original Absolute Power Force, so I opted to get these. These were about the same price, if not a little bit more affordable than the actual tournament pack Speed Duel variants. And I'm just not a big fan of Speed Duel variants in general for most things. So I opted with those. Next is going to be Insect Queen. Really like the artwork on these. These are the tin promos. And then we have Insect Princess. These are the original Invasion of Chaos first edition ultra rares. Really like the artwork on that. I like her goggles on these. Really cool. And like the Sinister Shadow, like crimson in the background. DD Warrior Lady, these are the Parallel Ultras from Hobby League 6. Have a playset of those, and the rest of these are original first edition super rare generation 1s from Dark Crisis. Next is going to be Witch of the Black Rose. So these are ultimate rare first editions from Absolute Power Force. Really love the purple pop hollow foiling in these altis. Look pretty smooth, so we have those, and there's actually one more here. And then we have a playset of first edition ultimate rare Lilas. A huge Lightsworn fan. Of course, these are original print legs, Light of Destruction first editions, which are really, really cool. MST on legs. For Mermail Atlantean players, which I'm very much of so myself, we have some first edition ultimate rare Mermail Abyss Lind, which is really cool. These are from Abyss Rising, I believe. And then we have Corruptor Ibli. These are first edition secrets from Flood. I actually just picked these up from one of my buddies in a trade. Really cool lighting on this, really cool effect too, and just all around fantastic artwork. Throwing back to some Generation 1, we have some original first edition Generation 1 Magic Ruler Toon Mermaid Ultra Rares here. Really, really fantastic artwork, super old card, and just awesome for collectability purposes. And then we have a playset of Ultimate Rare First Edition Sephiria Queen of the Dragons. Now, I really, really like the artwork, really deep Ultimate Rare hollow foils in these. And these were, I think it was Duelist Alliance, I'm sure, I can't remember whatever the abbreviation of that set was, but all on awesome altis. Then we have another 2 Generation 1 cards here. Invasion of Chaos First Edition Ultra Rare Guardian Angel Joanne and Spirit of the Harp. Really like the green eyes on the Spirit. Of course, these are original first edition LOB and Invasion of Chaos. Moving on to some Legendary Collection stuff, we have Legendary Collection Joey's World, and this is the only hollow foil of this very infamous My Valentine card, Harpy Lady, as first edition super rares. Now, I know we have, I think the Lost Art Promotions done the uncensored artwork. These are obviously the censored artwork, and the original print run MRD, Mal Raiders Commons, were actually uncensored, but these are still to the date the only hollow foil that we have, specifically of the OG Vanilla Harpy's Lady. That's why I like those. And then we have Harpy's Girl. So these are the uncensored original first edition commons from Rise of Destiny, which happens to be the last generation set. Generation 1 core set, Rise of Destiny, first 13 core sets in my opinion, Generation 1. And so yeah, these are uncensored. You can see that the tights and the shirt is skin tone instead of like the blue tights, the censored variants, which was kind of like a slip through. Pretty common uncensorship, or I guess, yeah, not uncensored, that went through the system here. Next we have some Apprentice Illusion Magicians. These are from the full-on Jump JUMP EN80 sets. Now there are mirrored ultra rares from, I think it's just JMP, which are significantly more valuable, but same rarity. I can't really tell the difference. Maybe the other ones might be a little lighter, maybe a little darker. But all around just great. I really, really like Shonen Jump promos. They're some of the only ultras I really do like. We only have 2 of those. Playset of first edition original Secret Gaga Girl, so makeshift Dark Magician Girl, kind of just like knockoff variant from Order of Chaos, of course, first edition Secret. And then we have Gaga Clerk. So this is still to the day a solo print, I believe. Super rare out of Cosmo Blazer, I believe, was a set. So these are all original first edition supers, and you know, again, just a total like waifu tax anime girl. Collectability purposes on the artwork on this one. Next, going back to Generation 1 LON Labyrinth of Nightmare, we have Fire Princesses. These are all first edition super rares. Really love the hollow foiling on this, and again, artwork is fantastic. I love the crimson red. Several copies of these. This with Invader of the Throne. When I think of this card, I always think of Invader of the Throne, really going side by side with these cards. They're one of my all-time favorite original Generation 1 super rares, and they've increased quite a bit for the first edition copies. You can get unlimited near mint copies for a decent price, but for the first edition near mints, they have articulated some pretty incredible value over the years. Obviously, these are Generation 1, they're insanely old. And this is Invader of the Throne, dawning from Magic Ruler as super rare first editions. Which is really cool if you look closely. Like, I love how like her eyes is like melting mercury aluminum foil hollow foiling in the eyes is like really like demonic looking. It's really cool. So tons of these, pretty good amount. So anyway, I kind of just pair those cards together because they always kind of seem to go together, at least for me personally. I'm gonna try to scooch this out of the way. Next is going to be Mystical Fairy Alpheria. This is Cosmo Blazer, I believe. These are first edition secrets, and I just like the artwork on this. I can't really explain it. This isn't a really expensive card, it's just an old school secret rare that I think looks really cool. I mean, how can you not love the purple and the pimp cane here, and she's walking through this forest, and it's pretty cool. Several copies of these, and then right behind her we have Ghost Fairy Alphobia from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, I believe is a set. Still to the day, it's pretty incredible that this is still a solo print. I really like the artwork on this. This is a card that I've been advocating for years on my Mark Watches channel. They really limited this card because of the phase until the end of phase 1. If it would have been for the whole turn, I think this would have been an actually decent card and actually seen somewhat of some kind of play. Really fantastic artwork. I love her apparel, like the Sleepy Hollow background, like the Death Hollows. Again, these are first edition super rares. I have a lot more than just these. These are just the ones that I top loaded up because I just kind of felt like it's kind of time consuming. So the other ones are just in a binder, kind of just hanging out. But for right now, those are going to be the ones that I'm going to showcase for you guys. Next is going to be Dark Necrofear. So Alien Invasion, Total Baddie, really awesome stuff on this. The majority of these, actually all of these, I have a lot of different variants, just a lot of amazing variants in this. This is actually the super rare variant from Retro Pack 2. So it's not a very expensive card, but it is Retro Pack. It's a very sought after collector's set, and there's just not a lot on the market, especially for near mint. So it's pretty happy to find a copy, at least a single copy of the super rare. And then of course all these are the secret rare variants from Maxter Collection Volume 1. I also have several copies of the rares from DT in my DT binder, which are obviously not in top loaders because that would just be way too many top loaders. They're in a binder, but these are some, if not, I don't think that's all of the secrets. I have tons and tons of secrets, and this is actually my favorite variant. Obviously it's highest rarity secret, but the DTs do look really nice as well. I've yet to have any of the original Labyrinth and Nightmare first editions though. And then the last cards that I have to showcase for you guys tonight is going to be something really special. I have 26 first edition Legacy of Darkness Generation 1 secret rare Injection Fairy Lily. This used to be an amazing card back in the day. Now it's just really great for collectability purposes. I'm going to try to cut this down so I can kind of show you guys a little bit closer. It took me a long time to pick up these copies, and these are probably by far that, and with some of my tournament pack stuff is like, you know, some of my crown jewels in the crown here for my collector stuff. Really proud of these. These are probably almost up there with popularity with Magician's Force Dark Magician Girl. Obviously Dark Magician Girl is a little bit, it's so safe to assume, like a lot more popular, and it's just insanely expensive. This card is nowhere near as expensive, but it's still really cool, still hard to get for first editions, original prints, and just looks really awesome. And this was, as a kid, this was like one of the first like cutesy anime girls that I really remember that really stuck out to me, and that I always like to collect, like ever since initially playing as a game. And then next is going to be Condemned Witch. So I think this is like the new era of Injection Fairy Lily. Now this doesn't look anything like Injection Fairy Lily, but she's a total baddie, and this is actually a really great playable card. You can rip out Droplet with this potentially. Maybe there's new forbidden cards that'll come out in the future. And it's a level 4 Dark Fairy. You can also summon out another level 4 Fairy, which is really cool. And she's a total baddie. I love like her sinister red evil eyes and like the Sith cloak hood going on here, and it's really awesome stuff. Soul Fusion was a really cool set. I was actually living in Japan when it came out, and these of course are the original first edition secrets of Soul Fusion, and I have quite a bit of these because this card ranges from like 3 to 5, and it pretty much has it. There's a couple buyouts that have brought up the price, but for the most part it's extremely affordable, and I definitely recommend if you guys can get copies for 5 and under in bulk prices for original first edition secrets. I think it's an amazing investment. And that is all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you guys are making some fantastic investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by the White Mexican, and I will see you guys in the next one.